There are stories that rise quietly, beginning in places where greatness feels distant, almost impossible. And Jeff Bezos' story begins exactly there. Not in boardrooms or technological revolutions, but in the fragile beginnings of a child born to teenage parents in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It was 1964, and the world around him was unsure, shifting, unpredictable. His mother, Jacqueline, was just 17 when she gave birth to him, a girl still navigating her own youth, suddenly holding a new life in her hands. His biological father left early, drifting away from the story entirely. And for many children, such a beginning becomes a weight they carry forever. But for Jeff, this uncertainty became something else. A quiet flame that would grow into unshakable resilience. But life had a way of placing the right people in his path. When Jeff was 4 years old, his mother married a Cuban immigrant named Miguel Bezos, a young man who had come to America alone, seeking opportunity and safety after fleeing political turmoil. Miguel adopted Jeff as his own son, giving him not just a name, but a foundation, a sense of belonging, of identity, of the life-changing truth that family is something you build with love, not blood. Miguel worked hard, starting with nothing, learning English from scratch, taking small jobs, and slowly rising to stability. Jeff watched him, studied him, absorbed the quiet discipline of a man who rebuilt his life from the ground up. And somewhere inside that young boy, a seed was planted. That life is not what you are handed, but what you are willing to create. As the years unfolded, one thing became clear. Jeff Bezos was fascinated by the way things worked. Not in an abstract sense, but in a methodical, hands-on, almost scientific way. He would take apart toys, household appliances, and even his own crib. He was curious in a way that felt less like childhood exploration and more like an early blueprint of who he would become. And when his family moved to Houston and later Miami, Jeff carried this curiosity everywhere he went. He was obsessed with building, testing, experimenting. His parents' garage became his first laboratory, filled with wires, tools, components, and endless projects. He built alarms to keep his siblings out of his room. He constructed small gadgets, mechanical inventions, and even attempted early forms of automation just to see what was possible. Jeff's grandparents played a powerful role too, especially his grandfather, Lawrence Preston Gies, a man who worked on space technologies and deeply believed in the spirit of invention. Jeff spent summers on his grandparents' ranch in Texas, doing tough physical labor, repairing machinery,